Hi guys, this is Michael in Las Vegas. I wanted to put out a video, hit my safety video for this week, and talk a little bit about the safety and security setup at my placement, Heads Up Guidance and Wellness Center. Um, Not too worried about the workers there. As part of their employment process, everyone does a background check, and hopefully that kind of weans out some of the riffraff that might not be prepared to be working in close proximity with other people. But there's a couple situations that came up, and as I was thinking about the safety video, there's not really a lot that I'm concerned about, and so I found myself having to kind of pick at some of the smaller things that might not be super important, but just kind of give a little snapshot of kind of what's going on at Heads Up. As far as personnel goes, it's predominantly a female staffed agency. Again, I'm only there on Wednesdays and Saturdays. To my understanding, there's one male LCSW intern who works, I think, each day, Monday through Friday. The clinical director is a male. He's really not there. I've seen him once since I've been there, since first week of September. Everybody else is females. There's one MFT intern who's there after his 9 to 5, 2 days a week on a Wednesday, and I'm thinking Saturday, but I'm not sure, one other day. So as far as if you buy into the fact that a male presence might make things a little safer in an agency, that's probably very limited there. So there's that. When I got there, one thing that they had been talking about, and I must have walked in just at the right week or whatever, but one of the clerical workers up front was telling me about how twice that week she had gotten to work, and mind you, she gets to work fairly early, even a couple of hours prior to anybody else. And so, she's there, and obviously her safety is paramount to her and to the agency. And so she's found that because she leaves so early, she doesn't stay late, and she's relying on somebody else in the evening to lock the doors so that when she gets there, she doesn't get any surprises. There's a guy sleeping in the break room, or who knows. So she was complaining that twice in that 1 week she had found the front door unlocked. Kind of scary, I'm sure that was pretty shocking to her, especially after she obviously complained and brought it to administration's attention for the first time. So there's that. There's also a security alarm in the building, which is fairly loud. It chimes every time a door in the building opens. There's probably 4 or 5 exterior doors, 6 exterior doors to the building. And so anytime one of those opens during the day, there's a chime that goes off, so everybody kind of knows, that something's going on. You may not know which door somebody's in and out of, but you do know that there's some activity at a door. Not really the biggest deal. Kind of a little spooky, again, not having the doors locked at night. And of course, that's the exception. And I don't know if somebody got in trouble for that. I don't know. And then on a Wednesday, I was in group, and the group runs till around 7:30 at night. And we had there's 2 doors to the exterior doors to the group room. And I've noticed that since I've been there, there's at least one person, now I realize there's 2, who mainly use one of those doors as their primary leaving the building for the day door, because it's closest to kind of where the parking is. And they had, there were some air conditioning problems or whatever, so we had the doors open to get a cross breeze going. And when in the evening I went to close the one door, and I realized that the panic bar did not engage the door jamb. And I thought, oh, well, that's just something that's happening right now. And so you kind of bang it, and a little bit of dust fell out. In this Las Vegas, there's going to be dust everywhere. But Interesting enough, that panic door, everybody just pushed the panic bar on their way out, and they assumed that that's why the door was opening. The door was actually opening because it was never closing. I actually took one of my shoes off and probably banged on it 6 or 8 times really hard. Got a lot of dust coming out of the panic bar, and finally the door was able to latch. To my understanding, they've called out a locksmith. He's cleaned it, he's lubed it, whatever the case may be. And so the physical security of the building might have a little to be desired, in that although it seems to be a priority, it seems like there might be a lack of someone who actually goes around to check to make sure these things are happening. Now, mind you, Heads Up is part of a business complex, and I don't even know if there's security there. I would imagine there is, because there's quite a lot of office suites there. I've not seen anybody there. I've been there 2.5 months, possibly, whatever that is, 3 months, and we haven't had a single, what I would consider, while I was there on Wednesdays or Saturdays, a single security problem. And so that was just kind of my thing. I just wanted to give you guys a snapshot of kind of what the environment's like, what some of the security measures are, and kind of wrap up with a little word to the wise, that you probably want to make sure that your personal security is obviously your personal responsibility. Sometimes we might feel that the agency might be set up to make sure that we are safe. Man, I would hate to know, the kind of people that could have come in there, if they'd have just known that door was staying unlocked most nights. So I would just want to encourage everybody just to, make those extra steps, make sure that you're safe, and that if you have any safety concerns, that you obviously bring those up to administration, and maybe follow up just to make sure that they're being addressed. That's kind of what I've got this week. Anybody got any questions or comments on maybe some of the buildings or the security procedures in your agency, just let me know. And I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Thanks a lot. Bye.